allow the children. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mind. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, my ego don't come, my people make we shout, my ego don't come, my ego don't come, man of the masses, my ego don't come, politico, this one not the off in mind. And in the touchlight every corner. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder, my ego don't come, my people make we shout, my ego don't come, my ego don't come, man of the masses, my ego don't come, my ego the politico, my ego don't come, this one not they off in mind, my ego don't come, person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you loud, my yegun don't come, Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary láyé bí number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary láyé bí number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun diary láyé bí number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary láyé bí number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary láyé bí number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary láyé bí number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary láyé bí number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary láyé bí number one. Mayegun diary politico. Mayegun diary láyé bí number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary láyé bí number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary láyé bí number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary láyé bí number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé.
Hello there. Mayegun today. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is Mayegun Live. Thank you so much for joining me. Indeed, if you have read the caption of the broadcast, the description of the broadcast, you have liked it, or if you have not, like it, share it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. Tell them that Mayegun today, and it is the first Sunday of the month of November. The first Sunday, you say. So it should be our Sunday sermon, if you ask me. However, thank you so much for tuning in. Well, let's start with the writer. It was Sam Amadi, who was having a chat with other guys talking about the state of Nigeria, as well as the state of Nigeria's elections, Nigeria's democracy, the demonstration of craze that you call democracy in that contraption. And his own conclusion is that Nigeria democracy is on the verge of collapse. Number one, I sometimes just fancy some of these guys who they call them intellectuals, right? The intellectuals who shares their optimism about the contraption, and then the pretentious democracy that you think you have in that contraption is a pseudo-democracy. Let me give you a bit of a caveat just before we get into this, all right? I was reading some, some comments earlier today, and these were just people's reactions to some of the videos on Mayegun's Diary Political, especially on YouTube. And somehow, one of them really sort of caught my attention. This individual, I don't know if he's watching, but this individual will not be able to repeat that comment again on this platform. So on Sundays like this, I always love to use that to remind us, okay? Mayegun's Diary Political is not your typical channels on YouTube or on Facebook. Mayegun is not a journalist, so therefore, I am not guided by your journalistic rules. Mayegun is not a human rights fighter. If you know if you fight for yourself, I am not here to fight for you, okay? And also, what else again? Mayegun is not a platform where you get to see politically correctness. I am not for that. Mayegun's Diary Political is also not a place where you come and demand respect for criminals, okay? The choice of word on Mayegun's Diary Political is always intentional. Everything that comes out of my mouth is not by error. It's not by mistake. It's not, what else do they use? They have all the description for, like a gaffe. No, it's not a gaffe, okay? Whatever comes out of my mouth is 100% mine. Everything that comes out of my mouth is 100% intentional. If I want to call anybody Olori Buruku, I will call that person Olori Buruku without blinking. Do you understand? Political correctness is not my thing. Godfatherism is not my thing. And also, I am not a religious person. So I am not somebody you are going to possibly, suddenly feel for, because I could go for anyone, anytime. Also, finally, you do not owe me anything, okay? Like, I fire those I feel like I should fire. Therefore, if you like me, for some reason, if you say, I like this Mayegun, it has to be unconditional. You cannot like me conditionally. So that is why you can like me in the morning, and you may not like me in the evening. I am okay with that. What I don't like is for us to be pretending. Here you get. That's why I said that whatever comes out of my mouth is 100% intentional. Anything that comes out of my mouth. I didn't mean to say that. I mean everything that I say. Oh. And sometimes I can be very funny, which is not really to be funny, but people do laugh. All right. Most of it all. My this platform is not here to socially condition you. It is to get you to have your own independent mind, being able to think for yourself, okay? And you don't have to follow the crowd, all right? And you cannot defend any criminal politician on this platform. To start with, if you are an APC supporter, you do not have any right on this platform. Do you understand? Which simply means that in the morning, you will be cursed. In the afternoon, you will be cursed. In the evening, you will be cursed. You're going out, you'll be cursed. You're coming back, you'll be cursed every day. Do you understand? You do not have any right to come here and say, hey, why don't you say anything good about us? Let's be very clear so that we don't misunderstand ourselves. And for those who have known Mayegun for a very long time, they will tell you, Mayegun's diary political and Mayegun himself, that is me, all right? I do not like anything that has to do with Tinubu and anything associated with him. So, and they do not like me too. You understand? So we understand ourselves. There is no way you can play emotional card on me. It won't work. It actually kind of infuriates me more. You cannot play religious card with me, all right? It gets me more madder. So there's no point in coming to Mayegun's diary political and pick my words. If my words offend you, it is what I want. That means it is working. That's how I want it to be. I offend people for a living. Do you understand what that means, right? Do we understand ourselves? Thank you. So what that simply means is that I do not like and I do not shield all the criminals destroying Nigeria, dividing Nigerians, impoverishing the people. Whether or your pastor, they play that role. I've been your imam. Whether or your traditional ruler, Oba, Obi, or Emir, Sultan, I don't care. Do you get that now? But one thing I will promise you is this. I would not make things up simply because I don't like people. No. I usually bring up topics that, as they happen, they are already in the public. Whatever I discuss on Mayegun's diary political, they are already in the public. And because Nigerians, they love their oppressors differently. They love their criminals differently. And I know that. That is why you will see some of you that will tell me, am I going to leave that one? Talk about another one. You know what I'm about? You get it now? If now your pastor, I won't talk about, I don't care about your religion that much, okay? Which I respect it too, but I don't care about it. The thing here is that if I see if now your pastor, they play that kind of their usual dirty game, right? I won't shield them. Leave me, and whether I have fire, they go. Whether I have, that's me and that place. Care for your own. Take care of your own, wherever you want to hand, okay? Don't bother about me. The point here is that whatever is shared on Mayegun's diary political, it is to just get you to possibly maybe think outside the box. Do not follow the crowd, all right? And maybe one day, someday, right? We would have the critical mass, we will reach the critical mass where all of us will understand how the entire system is rigged against us and who are those responsible, and we can go for them. Are we clear? Because one Olori Bruku was like replying, are you not supposed to be a journalist? Well, why are you using this kind of word as Olori Bruku lele? You must be that Olori Bruku. If you are watching me, just know that, okay? Whatever I say, however I say it, is 100% intentional. Do you understand? So that is why for subscribing onto Mayegun's diary political, following Mayegun on Facebook or anywhere is voluntary. You can always take it back. Yeah, if you feel like, oh no, I can't be following this kind of person. Great. Nobody go like bury your soul here, so to say. But most of the time, people they actually get their liberation, their free-mindedness on this platform. They are able to express themselves how they feel, and that is why we have a lot of us congregate here every evening and every brunch time. Having said all of that, now let's kind of guess. And also, I think there's one I left. I am not for one Nigeria. Okay? So don't ask me for solution to Nigeria's problem. My everyday prayer is to see that Nigeria totally break up. Do you understand? And I have done series of videos on this. Okay? So maybe if you are new here, don't come and ask me to probably wish Nigeria well. Wishes don't build anything. Wishes don't pay bills, okay? Wishes don't run a country. Actions does. And there are those who are responsible for the destruction of Nigeria. It is better to name and shame them, okay? My wish is not the reason why Nigeria Naira is falling apart. Nigeria economy has been destroyed. My wish is not the reason why Nigeria has become the most terrorized people in the entire Africa. No. So therefore, there is action of some criminals in that place. APC, Ebekebe, especially responsible for the destruction of Nigeria, for the divisions among Nigerians. They are responsible. For my own wish and prayer every day until we get that number is to see that Nigeria break up. Like break up, whether it go break up into 3 countries, so it could break up into 300 countries, so I don't care. Just let everybody, and if Nigeria is still going to be the same together, let the people decide that, not the politicians, not your pastors, or not whatever any other thing they've told you. You understand what I'm saying, right? As it is right now, as this contraption is currently put together, you and I didn't have a say in it. Not even the constitution that they claim the constitution of the country. We, the people, represent us. We didn't have any say. So if Nigeria is still going to remain as one country, as some of you wishes, right? Then let the people decide that. That is my stand. Anything from that, everything break up. Are we clear? So that you don't come here and begin to try to play some emotional nonsense with me. It doesn't work on me. It gets me more infuriated. I am not on this platform. I didn't start this channel because I want Nigeria to be great, or I want Nigeria to be better. Or no. Because it is not in my hands. Those who work every day and night to keep Nigeria destroyed, they are still the ones in charge. From your local government chairman to your state governors and to your president and our National Assembly members, including their supporters. So I am not going to be responsible for that. And don't look at me. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. Are you surprised? Yeah, that's one thing here. It's called the Temple of Truth. The Temple of Truth is where the truth will hit you. You will sit down. You go and think about it. Here you get. So don't come here and play some emotional card. Respect the elders. Stop at shape with it. Don't come and ask us to come and respect elders. So, because foolish people self, they grow old. You know that. Criminals, they grow old. And because they are now older or middle age or whatever it is not our responsibility to respect them. Are we clear? Sorry, it is just my caveat. I always kind of read that out every Sunday. It's called the Sunday Sermon, place where it's called No Holds Bar, so that you won't be building some expectation on me. Oh, I love this guy. I love what this guy is doing. We all need to come together and fight for our country. Wish your country. You know the year word. For any. Wish your country. Sam Amadi and others. They were all ruminating, or deliberating on the state of the democracy in Nigeria. The word democracy itself is a little bit tricky, because the definition of democracy is that the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. But that is not what you have in that contraption, Nigeria. It is the government of the crook, by the crooked, for the crooked. The government of the criminals, by the criminals, for the criminals. The government of the looters, by the looters, for the looters. None of this actually has the people in it. People are supposed to be the center of democracy, where people have the right to choose those to represent them. Institutions are supposed to protect those rights. But in Nigeria, what you have is a state capture from the lowest level of government, the local government areas, to the highest level. It is always for the highest bidders. And guess what? those who are supposed to be the elite, the people who are a bit well-to-do, they are in charge of the economy, they are in charge of, the civil society and stuff like that. They are all culpable. They are all members of the ruinous, our man, this one, the elite of Nigeria. I have said that before. So Dele Farotimi also said it. You have the dirtiest, the stinkiest, the most criminally elite in Nigeria, because they are part and parcel of this ruinous class. It doesn't like to call them the ruling class. It called them the ruinous class, the ruinous class in Nigeria. They are all working hand in hand to destroy that contraption, and they are succeeding. So to those who are so, to the humble slaves, the sophisticated morons, the voluntary slaves, the crumb eaters, the crumb chasers, the ass lickers, the all risers, and this this bad start, and then bad idiots, they call them, right? They are willing and ready, like the cows being led to the slaughterhouse. They are willing and ready to follow these, these criminals, show like that, to wherever they are taking them. And where do you think they are taking Nigeria to? Golgotha. That will be the end. Trust me. So you don't have democracy because you can't even choose your leaders. No, you can't. You do not have that power. Institutions that were supposed to protect their rights, they have become compromised. The judiciary, they said that you have three arms of government. Is it three arms of government? The executive, led by the druggie, Tinubu, the legislature, led by the Akwabiole, a thief. Then the judiciary, led by Wike, he's the one that is controlling the judiciary, so to say. So that is the full state capture. You do not have any right. But the likes of Sam Amadi, they put it in more words like this, by saying the democracy is at the verge of collapse. Do you really still think you have democracy? It has already collapsed. In his own words, let's start from that. Sam.
The Nigerian democracy, it has at the verge of collapse. That's really only those who pretend that it's not about to collapse. And it won't just collapse. The nation might as well collapse with it. Anybody who has eyes to see, whose eyes have not been blinded by greed or over-involvement in the politics of this country, by now knows that there is a deepening loss of confidence in the electoral ballot or the ballot system or electoral system to help change government. The last election almost forecloses the possibility that with the current INEC, with the current structure and the current judicial setup, many reasonable people would argue that there's no chance of removing a government that is not performing in 2027. And so I think that even if it was very urgent in 2022-23 to fight for electoral reform, it's actually more urgent now that there should be a coalition of civil society and political parties, especially opposition political parties, to take seriously the demand of real, not peripheral, real electoral reform. We're going to share our thoughts about what that real electoral reform means in a second. But let me say that the real point for us is Nigeria does not have all the options available to it. That's for real. Anybody tell you that we have is joking. If you watch the political events in the last couple of weeks, and if you also read the Guardian newspaper editorial of 2 days ago that the presidency reacted sharply to, what it points to is the fact that there is now, and there should be now, serious concern about the safety of our democracy. No matter where it happened, if citizens can block military vehicle and be urging for military takeover. The truth is, the only attraction of democracy is that twofold. One, that democracy provides incentive for good performance. So democracy, through its peculiar incentive that people in office can be removed, help them to focus on promoting the well-being of citizens. So democracy's only merit, or two of its merits, that somehow through that mechanism it can create good outcomes. The second merit of democracy is that democracy can stabilize a polity. So if people are disputing on the right to govern and have free and fair process, then they will not invest in self-help and violence. They will invest in strategy to convince the people to keep an eye on the governing elite, to criticize them, so that they too will replace them through peaceful process. And that's what the Constitution talks about, democratic, that nobody should take over power except by democratic means. So if elections are no longer free and fair, if there's no longer confidence that the electoral system can allow you to change government peacefully, what will happen? Citizens will resort to unconstitutional means of getting to power. It's simple. And we can't close our eyes to what's happening across the West African continent. That we are surrounded by countries that failed to have free and fair election, and the result was military rule. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's what happened in Burkina Faso. That's what happened in Niger. That's what happened in Mali. That's what happened in Guinea at some point. The moment nobody has confidence in the electoral system, then it's a matter of when before democracy is uprooted. We talk about judicial management of electoral disputes. We have come to a point where we have to acknowledge that part of the crisis of the electoral system is now residing with the courts. And there are three areas we want to look at. Of course, judicial corruption is bigger than us. It's an elephant in the room. It won't be solved through electoral reform. It has to be solved through a comprehensive reform of the judiciary. There's no question around judicial corruption. But we are more concerned with jurisprudence of election. And two areas. First, I think that those who drafted the rules of petition, electoral petition rules, made a mistake. They should align those procedures to the Evidence Act. We have seen cases where, for example, you ask somebody to front load all evidence, he's going to use all the everything, and he has 12 days after election to go and file the petition. And INEC will not give him the documents. If he doesn't file it, no case. He goes and files it, and it turns out that maybe after filing it, the court gives an order asking that INEC should produce report. INEC produce it, the court receive it, and then they said, no, it was not filed before. What kind of nonsense is that? A court ordered evidence, and the evidence came. That was the case of Kogi. So there's no need to realign the evidence procedure for election cases. Elections are like any other cases. There should be no reason why courts should overlook clear evidence of electoral malpractices under a very perverse technical rule. Secondly, judicial officers should issue judicial directions. Why should you have INEC, IRF? Results on IRF shows collected in real time, shows that this party scored 4%. IRF is supposed to be, as the court said, the Supreme Court says, oh, IRF is not a collection system, but that's true. But what's the IRF? IRF is a system that gives you proof of actual counting, because they count at the polling unit, they sign off, is that also? And
except for those who don't know that, right? They will ask you to go and do election. See the rigging, before election at all. Rigging don't happen. INEC will suddenly disenfranchise some people. For example, now, let's say they have 1 million registered voters in this state, 20 local government areas, 50,000 registered voters. I'm just using random figure now. 50,000 registered voters in each local government, 20 local government area. That's 1 million registered voters. So voters card, oh yeah, go and give them their voters card. From INEC, INEC would take 500,000 voters card, go and dump it in a latrine. The remaining 500,000 voters card, they will give it to this particular area, give it here, give it there, and all that. So which means if they are going to push out the figures, it will come from this side, and these ones won't have their voters card to vote. That's the primary one. They said, oh, they have this IRF technology that they spent over 300 billion naira to put together. No, it was actually for their own election. The IRF, the beavers, they said they spent about 70 billion naira from that 300 billion naira. And that one was to capture everybody physically that is participating in the election. Then it is time for them to impute. Say, okay, out of the 500,000 votes, this party A gets 30% of the votes, 150,000 is there inside their own IRF, like it's there online. Party B got 40% of the vote, 200,000 votes. Then INEC will turn around and say they have to enter it, they have to announce results manually. So manually then means, say party A that got 30%, they will change it to 70%. Party B that got 40%, they will change that one to maybe 21%. And they will tell you to go to court. Now the court will now say, in this court, there's a technical way to file your case. You have 14 days, okay, to file your case and evidence. And you can't file your case until you receive the original copy of the results from INEC. So INEC will now be playing hide and seek. You'll be looking for them. They won't give you. Then you rush to court because you have time. Then you have to file the case. Court, these people know they give me evidence of all the material used for election. They are not giving it to me. The court will say, okay, we adjourn till next week. We'll give judgment on that. By next week, the 2 weeks that you were supposed to file your case has already lapsed. The court will now order them. Yeah, give them the evidence now. INEC will now be giving you the evidence in pieces, not the whole thing. So when you finally get everything and you take it to court, the court will look at them. You spend money, you pay lawyers, you pay everybody. The evidence of the rigging, the evidence from the IRF, the evidence, then it is time for the court to now rule. The court will now say, technically, you did not submit the case, you did not submit the evidence in time. And because of that, Party A is declared winner for real. Say, what? Oh, you are aware of what happened. You ordered this guy to give us this evidence later. Say, yeah, but technically, by this technicality, by law, there's nothing we can do about it. Maybe you should go and appeal. Then you go to the appeal court. The appeal court says they waste your time again. All right? Then finally, they will say, by technicality, you did not submit the evidence in time. It was INEC now. It was, yeah, we know, but there's nothing we can do about it. Party A is the winner. Legitimize it. If you find your way to the Supreme Court, the same thing will be said again. And that is what their democracy is in that contraption. Finish what you're saying, Sam.
Is that also? And upload. Collection then happens. And somehow you overlook the real-time capture of the actual result and use the many hours, many days collation with alterations and mutilations on paper. I have not seen where that happens. Now think about elections even in India, bigger than us. In a day, results are out. It's electronically transmitted, real time. People know the result. In the US today, maybe how the result will go, we don't know. It may be midday before 10 hours, before 5 hours voting started, they will declare result. There's no magic about this. How can you overlook the result captured real time? And then you allow results captured hours after with Biro. I have listened to something like that. So I think there's need for judicial direction that says, look, the whole essence of election petition is to restore credibility back to voters. It's not for judges to do fanciful sorcery to declare winner or no winner. It's simply for the courts to say, get us back to where the voters voted. It's not the court who elect candidates. So there must be the need now for judicial officers, the Chief Justice of the Federation, or the Federal Court, or the Court of Appeal, to issue the right directive to judges. Your job, you can't see the clear, if you see clear result, that's what it is. And the reason IRF should, by law, be made to be determinative. Results are collected from polling units. They are posted, and that's the result. There's no ritual of, imagine what's called collection. People will now carry with leg, go to local government capital, go to state capital. You go to five stages. Then finally somebody will count it, decide whether he will accept or not, and then will declare whatever he likes. Then 2 days, 4 days after, INEC starts reposting IRF. I mean, that's ridiculous. In the election today, results finished, they are still changing IRF. They're changing IRF. So what mockery is this? So I think this is now time to deal with this once and for all. And don't forget where we're starting from. Anybody deceiving you that this country is not at the verge of collapse is a joker. Any country who says that if we continue this election to 2027, we will remain a country is joking. I can tell you that, there's something that happened in the Bible. Some of us who are Christians. It says, Jesus was telling, says, if the things that were done, we were doing, it's not enough. It's not what was done in Sodom and Gomorrah. That they were wiped off. So how dare you think you will survive? The things that made Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger collapse are not more than what we are doing today to ourselves. So somehow we wish that if we issue a press statement, we will divert the tragedy. That is wrong. The final, go back. So we talk about judicial management. And again, that's another one I missed out, is around. So the final point we wanted to talk about is, apart from INEC, yes, we talk about the electoral, the primary process, and then, just 1 second to get, so yes, then.
Don't worry. Professor Sam, don't worry yourself. We get the message. The point is, listening to him can still sound like there is a way out. But I got the part where he clearly stated, that if anybody tells you, okay, that Nigeria is not at the verge of collapse, they are lying to you. But it is not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. It's going to happen. All those things you are seeing in Burkina Faso, you have seen in Burkina Faso, you have seen in Niger, you have seen in Mali, and you are currently seeing in Mozambique. It's going to happen in Nigeria. It's going to be so bloody. And there is no amount, God forbid, that will forbid it. It is not a matter of if. It is a matter of when. It can happen tomorrow morning. Yeah, the whole thing can explode tomorrow morning. And to those who are waiting for 2027, you may not even make it that far. Yeah, generally, like we have been saying it too, right? Tinubu has consolidated his power. To him, it's done with the capture. All these things we are doing right now is just talk. It won't change anything. Opposition can group themselves together. You can push here and there. So Tinubu is a done deal. Yeah, what are you going to do? They control the military. They control the police. They control the judiciary. They are controlling the media. What do you think is left for them to control that they are not already in charge? You can't force system to do electoral reform. No, it's not going to do that. So they are the stage where or more. May God just give that's it. May God just give them long life. Not in fact, they are so confident as well that they will get long life too. Nothing will happen. That's how confident they are. But to the rest of you, you may not, even Tinubu and the rest, they may not make it to that 2027. Because anything can happen. Or may never happen. This man believes that it is the INEC that is the greatest threat to Nigeria. Let's put it on record.
At least on the evening of the election, we have over 90% of the results uploaded, which is exemplary, which is commendable. We also saw that election in Edo was peaceful and without any fatality. However, I think, as I raised in my last observation when we met last time, I will challenge you, Mr. Chairman, to break the culture of impunity, particularly the disturbing trend of results that should not be on IRF being posted there. You see cancelled results that are uploaded. Some of the results are clear case of overvoting. And I think the Commission has the power to investigate, not just asking the police to conduct an administrative investigation. It may not actually affect the overall results or the winner of the election, but we need to ensure the integrity of the results that are on the Commission's portal. I said this with every sense of responsibility. If you look at what KDI and Natana Center have found out from the November 11, 2023 off-cycle election in Kogi, Bayelsa, and Imo, and what was also discovered in Edo, then there is cause for worry. Because where you are having significant number like 10 to 20% of results that should actually not be on the website being there, in a very competitive election, that could actually lead to the overturn of the result declared by the Commission. So it's just something that I need you to see as we approach Ondo, that whoever is posted and is found to have posted results that should not be on the website, cancelled or clear case of overvoting, such individuals should be singled out, handed over to the police for investigation and possible prosecution. That's why SERAP is coming out to say that the Commission is not doing enough in terms of prosecution. I read the response of the Commission, because we need to publicize the efforts of the Commission in terms of prosecution. We know that you are overwhelmed, and that's why you supported the carving out of Electoral Offences Commission, which the National Assembly has not been very forthcoming on. But pending that time that we will have Electoral Offences Commission, please, Mr. Chairman, I'm pleading with you to do your level best to break that culture of impunity that the political class will believe they can induce staff of the Commission to do.
Guess who they are talking to? They are talking to Yakubu, the man behind the worst electoral haste that brought in Tinubu, Kolu, the druggie, your president today. And guess what? Yakubu is still going to be your INEC chairman in 2027. Somebody will be supposed to jail, waiting for the firing squad. And they will take him to Bar Beach in Lagos, tie him to a drum, and do what they do to people who committed the kind of crime he has committed. So, we are keeping the record so that when our children will look back to these days, these years back, they will be able to have the true track record of how Nigeria began the journey to a total implosion. Because if you have to, we just have to depend on some of you that will survive with the Stockholm syndrome that is prevalent in that contraption. Some of them selective amnesia. You may change the story. You may change the story. It will implode. And that implosion will claim so many casualties and its victims, right? We'll keep keeping the record. The people who have become the direct victims of the failed country under the APC, it took, somebody put it that way, that it actually took, it took 13 years for Nigeria Naira to jump from 140 Naira to $1 to 410 Naira to $1. 13 years. And just last year, between February 2023 and October 2024, Nigeria Naira jumped from 410 Naira to $1 to 1,740 Naira. Wow. The entire economy nosedived in a year and a half, nosedived beyond anyone's imagination. In a year, within a year and a half. And no thanks to the Chicago trained accountant, Tinubu. Chicago trained accountant. It's never an accountant, is it? No, it was never an accountant. Forget that. Then hunger, starvation, poverty, never seen before. Ebi alakpadupe, opapa, pabida, sobidebi. Oh no, God. So people decided to take to the streets. And guess what Tinubu did? They kidnapped children. That's what that means. That's the narrative right now. So I was reading it on Twitter or X earlier today. And I was, me, I kind of love to troll some of these Arewa, this, Arewa, that, because they were so vocal during that charade time, because Tinubu was sharing money. He was giving them money. Whatever money cannot do, more money will do it. When Tinubu now, rigged himself in, it turned to whatever rice cannot do, more rice will do it. Now I started reading the Arewas, asking that if this marriage is not working, then maybe everybody should go their separate ways and say, there you are. Let's do that. Whenever terrorists kidnap people in Nigeria, whether you are rich or poor, it no matter, they will charge you money, which is ransom money. That's exactly how the Arewa, that's how they saw the kidnapping of children, the Almajiri children that they locked up for over 93 days. It's been 95 days now, or 96 days. It's been 96 days now that Tinubu kidnapped Almajiri children who were protesting anger in Nigeria, right? and they lock them up. Everyone is acting like, oh, I am so, like they are surprised, like they are shocked. Meanwhile, this guy's story has never really left the news, right? So now the Arewas are like, Tinubu is not different from Alhaji Shekau that kidnapped over 200 Chibok girls. Or when they kidnapped over 180 Dapchi girls or school children. Or when they kidnapped 60 people in the Sokoto, 70 people in Niger, and the rest of that they demanded for ransom. Because children who could barely feed, right? They were raided on the streets. So use them as a deterrent to anybody that dares to kind of come out and say they are protesting against anything against Tinubu, protesting on anything against Tinubu. If they could do this to children, imagine what they would do to you. Now, children that could barely feed have been put on a bail condition of a 10 million naira each. 10 million times 76, that's 760 million. Now, 760 million plus 760 million plus 760 million, that's over 2.1 billion, 2.2 billion naira. That's the ransom that Tinubu is demanding. That's what the court sets. Even though right now they are trying to say, okay, you know what, we are negotiating, we could let them go. Like the ransom payment that is like, you know what, don't pay anymore, let them go. That's how the North is saying it. And this guy is very much like, specific.
For us in the North, this is clearly reminiscent of the days when you have mass school abductions by bandits, and we bring them out in this large number. Fortunately for us, the case we saw, arraigned by the Ministry of Justice to a federal court, they look much worse than what we always get from bandits. So bandits take care of children better than our government. I mean, fellow Nigerians, these children, over 2,000 protesters were arrested during EndSARS, during this End Bad Government protest, a protest that is a legitimate right of every citizen. Many were kept without their parents knowing where they were. They were blindfolded. We are getting reports from those who were released. They were blindfolded and transported and detained in centers across the North. These children, and I had the interview of their lawyer, there are 45 minors in this collection of children that were brought to court. These children were brought from Kano, from Kaduna, from Jos, from Gombe to Abuja. What were their crimes? Alleged crimes? Oh, treason. Trying to incite mutiny and change of government by the military, waving Russian flag, causing a regime change. These children you saw, this government is so jumpy and insecure because of what it's doing to this country. This is clearly, I mean, there's no two-way about it. This is clearly the government trying to terrorize us and terrorize the most vulnerable amongst us, our children, and decriminalizing legitimate protests in this country. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a beneficiary of protest and agitation in this country. And what his government is doing is clearly trying to stifle any voice. And the voices of children, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he's not only our commander-in-chief, but to a nation that is signatory to treaties all over the world in protecting the rights of children. He's also the chairman of ECOWAS. What is he going to tell them? What is he going to tell them? This is a bloody blow and a huge shame to this country, that we're doing this to our children by the government. by the government. When we collect these children from bandits, we take them to hospital and take care of them. But what did President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government do to these children that collapsed in a court of law? They took them back to jail. They took them back to jail. And what did the Attorney General do when he came out? Oh, the Attorney General said he's going to recall the file. Excuse me, Mr. Attorney General, there's no file to recall. What we Nigerians demand is immediate and unconditional release of all of these children. They need to be taken care of in the hospital. They need to be better nourished. All their medical issues need to be taken care of. They need to be fully compensated for the pain and suffering this government has caused them. And their parents need to be fully compensated. And full investigation must be done as to who is responsible. And the police. The Inspector General of Police must take full responsibility for this. For us in the North, this is clearly reminiscent of...
It is clearly reminiscent of Shekau, bandits. In fact, in the North, it is believed that bandits actually take care of their victims than how the Tinubu that kidnapped their children. You know something, right? During the Boko Haram's time, it was like almost generally believed in northern part of the contraption that protests was around. How many of you remember that? Yeah, some people are using that against them now. Yeah. Under Boko Haram, the northern clerics, they were telling their people that protest was around. That instead of protesting, you have to pray for your leaders. So now it is not around because it is not a northerner that is the president. Don't get me wrong, generally, right? This is APC, this is APC thing. That's why Tinubu and his gang, starting with Boko Haram, they criminalize protest. You can't protest against us. No, you can't. Even though they were the serial protesters when they were not in government. But they are so scared that if people should be allowed to express their disgust, because they have done worse than the people they used to protest against. So if people should be allowed to exercise that right, it could bring an end to them very fast. Listen to the personal experience of this young man on top of this issue of protesting against bad governance. So, in the hands of the Dokwemu Stupid Service, DSS, a personal experience.
That as my task to actually enlighten my fellow young Nigerians on how to go about peaceful protest. And that was how we decided to get a DJ.
This was on day
3. Day 3. Yes. So that was how we decided to get a DJ and get some speakers and mics.
Okay.
Yeah.
On that day 3.
On that day 3. And then a small truck that will convey those items.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was holding the mic and the sound was a bit louder so people can hear out the message I was passing. And the message was, this is how you are supposed to protest. You don't need any weapon. You don't need to insult anyone. You don't need to vandalize anything. Just bring out your message. Bring your placards. If you don't have placards, you can take maybe leaves. Write your message on your placards, what you want the government to do for you. And that was what we were doing on the 3rd of August. And we started, we walked about some 10-15 kilometers.
And which area in Kaduna was this?
That was from Ongoma Azu down to Stadium Roundabout to Amadi Bello Way. then down to NEPA roundabout.
Okay.
And we were passing all security agents. We passed police, we passed soldiers, we passed cadres, we even passed the common citizens. And all we were seeing were applauds. The police were applauding us. Like, this is how people are supposed to go about their peaceful protests. Like, you are not supposed to disturb anyone. We were properly organized, and we were going and passing all these security
Was it a
agencies.
live crowd by now?
Yeah, as we were moving, the crowd was picking up.
Okay.
So, to our surprise, we passed Stadium roundabout. Then we were on our way to NEPA roundabout. We got there. It's like they were waiting for us there.
Who?
The DSS.
Okay.
And it was about 15, 20 of them there.
So they asked you to remove your shirts and then lie on this
Lie on this sharp
hard
grass,
and then pour water on you.
pouring water on me, hitting me at the same time.
That would be torture.
It is torture.
And then,
Yes.
and then they asked me to be rolling on the grass at the same time. I was rolling from end to end. When I got to this end, then I'll roll back to
With water on your body.
with water on my body
And this
without
was hard grass.
this was hard grass,
Sharp. So it will be pinching you as you roll it.
Yes, and all sort of insects were on this grass. So it was double penetration.
How many of you were
Yeah, about the first batch that we were arrested, about 12. Oh yeah,
at the same time? You
time.
lie on different hedges of the.
different edges. Like, it's a big space. We were rolling, and they were hitting us with armored cables, cable housing. It was terrible. Like, I have never seen anything like that before.
That's
And that continued for some like an hour.
you did that for like an hour.
For an hour.
I see your point. That,
Yes. And then they asked us to crawl. And there was a drainage, a gutter. We were crawling inside that gutter. And then we came out. Then they asked us to lie down and be looking at the sun.
Wow.
For another 1 hour, we were there.
Okay.
And then when they were done for the day, they packed all of us and put us into a room. And we were sitting on tiles. That was how I slept. Then I put back my shirt, which was soaked. And that was how I slept that day on a tile with soaked clothes. Before morning, if you see my skin, it was like, it was very rough.
Wow. So
That was the first day with that type of torture. Then it became different type of torture. They went from what you eat to how you go psychologically, you cannot be stable. Because they feed us 2 meals per day. I don't know if you are familiar with, there's this 1 liter yogurt they sell. I think Rufaida, if you know it, I don't know.
that's what they call it.
So I'm just trying to.
Is that about the size of the one they
The
serve
size-
on the aircrafts?
No, the size of the container they use for the food.
Like a blue band, like an average blue band container.
Yes. So they give you like one third of that.
For your breakfast or
I don't know if it's breakfast or lunch, but they bring it normally around 11 to 1.
and that will be your first meal.
That would be your first meal. Then you have 1 wrap of swallow, either 2 eba, anything swallow, which is also no more than this size. And that's what I ate for.
For those over 60 days.
Yes.
Interesting. Well, the important thing is that we want.
He was taken away for 60 days. Omo, you can still see the trauma all over him, still traumatized. This young man was not, nobody saw him be. That was him after coming out, like about 2 weeks or so now. is still not recovered. Peaceful protest. People believe that some of them died, but because they do not have known parents that probably knows where they are, you know, I mean, I reported that here, they killed more than 100 children in northern Nigeria for that 10 days. Yeah, they were shooting at them directly and they were taking their bodies away. Some of those ones that they took away alive, not be all of them they recorded or returned alive. That is the democracy they are talking about in that contraption. In your country, civilian dictatorship. You have no rights. There is no right to life. There is no right to assemblage. There is no any right for you. Something that got so bad that the supposed NLC, Nigerian Labour Congress, with over 14 million members, they don't bond them well to call out any protest or call out any strike per se anymore. Because they call them into a room and they say, whoa, we will arrest you, DSS, we will arrest you, we will charge you for treason. And the NLC, TUC guys, scared to death. They can talk and talk and talk if they ever, but they don't bond them well to call out that people should come out. Yeah, let's come out. They don't bond them well. That is the situation in that contraption right now. Then DSS go grab you. They will tell you automatically, we are charging you for treason. You are calling for protest, you are calling for strike and other, right? They will table it in front of you and say you are actually planning to overthrow governments. That is different from this, your protest right. I have right to call protest. No. Listen, this is the charges. We will charge you, and we have judges that will allow us to keep you away. They do not fear that 14 million workers, 14 million. Wow. They will quickly tell you and tell the whole world that, you know, maybe the first tell you say, now China, they fund you, or Russia, they fund you. We have evidence of the money you collected from Russia to overthrow government. If they could charge children, they charge children for treason, that they wanted to incite insurrection. Back in the day, even during Abacha, during the military time, NLC people still call out private protests. They called out for strike. They don't bond this one well now. That's the reality in that place now. You can laugh at the NLC guys. You may think they are being paid, they are being given bribes. And no, this is beyond their collecting bribe. Right now, Nigerians don't get any rights. This is your demonstration of grace. There is no democracy. Forget it. Some said it is a state capture, whatever you want to call it. They have lists of people that they have written their names under surveillance. Everywhere you go, your phone, everything tapped. A total state capture. That is the reality in that place right now. You either be on their side or you leave the country. So if you still see some people talking, speaking up, and all of that, you need to have, just imagine the type of danger they are subjecting themselves to. It is called T-pain. Today in Lagos, Devil Umahi is in Lagos. And the news now is that the coastal road, that coastal road that is awarded to Shaguri's ITech without any competitive bidding, and what have you. They said they are redesigning it now. Devil Umahi said they are redesigning it. See, all the people's lands that they took around the Lekki area, all those in Lagos, all those communities that they took their land right of way. No compensation. So what they are now doing is to say they are taking more even though those ones are kind of saying the original design does not pass here. It's over there. You need to go and claim it inside the water. I mean, a climate change has already kind of like, the ocean has claimed all the land. You need to go back into the water there, the ocean there, and claim your land. This is our own land. Umahi was having a meeting with some of these communities. And a woman who claimed to be a campaign director for Tinubu. She said her properties to be taken. They are going to take her property. So they told her to shut up. Madam, shut up. Madam, sit there. Yeah. So in their redesign, initially they said the coastal road, 700-kilometer coastal road will cost 15 trillion naira, $12 billion. But you see, say naira don't crash further now. Yeah, the Nigerian naira has crashed further, worse off now. So that road, according to them now, is going to cost 18 trillion naira. 18. They are redesigning it. You know? And this woman was like, look at it. If I need to show you the clip.
Sustainability, please, sir.
Gentlemen,
thank you very much.
We have concluded the design and the diversion, and that is the design and the diversion. We have followed the law. Please, please, and please. Madam, we have. Who can you render our mic to us?
That is causing this. I cannot stop.
Security.
I can go out.
Move her out. Madam, give yourself respect.
Can I have that? Yes, okay, it's okay. The way this is I'm a patron in Tinubu campaign organization that have over 5,000. Sustainability, please.
Madam, security, remove her and throw her out of this room. I'm a patron. In the Tinubu's campaign organization, we have 5,000 members. I'm a patron. Now don't bring T-pain upon yourself, and you've brought a T-pain upon the entire people. Una go share am. Umahi believes that is the law. They have diverted. This is the new diversion. It's the law. It's a diversion. It's a law. So, madam, please respect yourself. Okay, respect yourself. You're taking your land. Nothing is going to happen. I'm going to bring you the full clips, the next time. So to say, Madam T say if into everybody say in be patron for Tinubu campaign organization, they will say, oh, you are our people. Okay, let's see. Nobody's sending now. It's like all these Alimajiri children that they kidnapped. And now they are charging them for treason, for protesting hunger. By 2026, those children will be useful again. You'll be seeing different government talk, how they love Almajiris, how they have to help Almajiris, how Almajiris are very, very good children, our children. You go see some of them, they chop with Almajiris. They chop food with Almajiri. Almajiri go hold one spoon. Governor go hold one spoon here. They chop together in the same plate. So they are our children. Almajiris are our children. We love them. We are going to put them into school. We are going to give them job. We are going to train them. And immediately after the election, they go send their boogie after them. Tell them to go back. So I think I've told you this before. Umahi, Werewike, I don't know which one is madder, arrogance, and mostly power drunk. Like what the people will call the Omoju Rolari in Yoruba land. Omoju Riolari. People will not believe say there could be anything in life. Then they found themselves in position of power. They became a governor. They became this and that. in a contraption like Nigeria. So to them, all of them will be poor people. You are a threat. You know, to be a poor person around them is like sinners around saints. That's what you are. So when you are poor, you are a threat. They don't see you as anything. Except during elections when they will say, oh, we love you. We love the poor people. Yeah, disposable. You are disposable. You are trash. It's only that during elections that you probably mean something. Say one of the roads in Nigeria where the trailers are falling apart. So Umahi now says that they need 347 billion naira to repair roads in Nigeria and repair bridges. But they are looking for 18 trillion naira to build the coastal road. If they use 5 trillion of that money, they can fix more than 20% of Nigerian roads. Those are federal roads. More than 90% of the federal roads in Nigeria, they are like that. Unmotorable, totally. But it's been 18 months now, right? And they gave this mofo 300 billion that he claimed to have used to repair roads. Now he's asking for another 347 billion to repair roads. Okay? But they claim that they will be borrowing money to build coastal road. It's all crazy and messed up, man. While in Abuja, where the wicked was busy doing what the wicked does all the time, right? Fighting.
Somebody came to show me about one write-up where they said there's one professor that wrote. I asked him, professor of which university? Nobody knows. But it's a professor. They say it's a professor of law. Where has he taught law? Nobody knows. Where has he advocated law? Nobody knows. But it's only a professor of law in social media. They had the opportunity. They were given the opportunity in Human Rights Commission. Ask them. What was their performance? What was the record? When the government gave the opportunity to be there? Zero. Zero. I thank our leaders for continuing to give Mr. President support. I thank our leaders for supporting the FCT administration, continue to support. So those who want to die, that we are flagging off and will be commissioning, it's not our business. Go and hang the transformer and die. We want nobody any apology. We don't go any apologies at all. We could not to do something that our people will make our people happy. But let me use the opportunity to invite my dear leader. Let me tell you one thing today. You know, there are people who don't have character. The former governor of Abia State, we started this struggle together. We stood firm. We stood firm. Forget about people who are jumping here, left, right, and center, who couldn't even say anything then. These are the people who stood, who said equity, fairness, and what? Justice. That's why I would never abandon people like this. There are people, they just are human beings who have character. Yes, and that is the way it's supposed to be. Hunger will not kill you because you have character. Some people, you see them, you sit with them today, they tell you something, the next day they are doing a different thing. That's not life. You must be known for something, that your children should be proud of you.
I don't know. Is it just me? Will the wicked really look sick? His voice is daily, like going and going and going. I'm not a doctor, so I don't think that man is all right. Some said it's because of too much drinking and all that. Like it's already alcoholic now. Yeah. And some of you will think it's the karma. No, I don't think this is issue of karma. The man is dying. Yes. With the wicked's voice, it's very croaky and all that, but now it's like a soft, croaky. It's like his windpipe is already burst or something like, or I don't know. He's always fighting. He just said it that people who are not happy, who want to go and die, should go and hug the transformer and die. The struggle he's talking about is when they started their G-string governors that ended up in the ass crack, the bomb crack of Tinubu. If they wake up tomorrow and Degbajabi Amole says, Mr. Wike, please hand over the key to your office. Oh, sorry, they've changed the key to your office. You are no longer a minister. Will Wike if he just die from shock? It looks sick to me. It looks like something is not. So he's talking about Odi Kalu. That one has been firing him like never seen before. And that's him that is responding to integrity. With a Wike with integrity. Aye, that word has been so abused. It has been so abused that you'll be wondering like, now you don't know the meaning of integrity. Anyway, Dangote has raised an alarm. Okay, he released a statement today, and according to him, he's responding to the statement of the IPMAN, Independent Petroleum Marketers of Nigeria or something, that said that Dangote's PMS is more expensive than the imported PMS. So Dangote is now saying that no, that these people have started again. They didn't want to do any media fight with anybody again. But according to him, he said, one international company has hired a depot next to his refinery to be blending petroleum products for Nigerians. Let me read that in part. We had lately refrained from engaging in media fight, but we are constrained to respond to the recent misinformation being circulated by IPMAN, Petroleum, and other associations. Both organizations claimed that they can import PMS at lower prices than what is being sold by the Dangote refinery. We benchmark our prices against international prices, and we believe our prices are competitive relative to the price of imports. If anyone claims they can land PMS at a price cheaper than what we are selling, then they are importing substandard products and conniving with international traders to dump low-quality products into the country without concern for the health of Nigerians or the longevity of their vehicles. Unfortunately, the regulators, NMDPRA, does not even have laboratory facilities which can be used to detect substandard products when imported into the country. Dangote, they do media fight here. That's him, right? Bad-mouthing the imported products here. Okay, so he said post-deregulation, NNPC set the pace by selling PMS to domestic marketers at $9.71 per liter for selling to ships and at 990 naira for sale into trucks. This sets the benchmark for our pricing, and we have even gone lower to sell at 960 naira per liter for the sale into ships, while maintaining 990 naira per liter for sale into trucks. In good faith and in the interest of the country, we commenced sales at these prices without clarity on the exchange rate that we will use to pay for the crude purchased. So, does that mean that Dangote is not getting crude oil that Tinubu promised him? At the same time, an international trading company has recently hired a depot facility next to the Dangote refinery with the objective of using it to blend substandard products that will be dumped into the markets to compete with Dangote refinery's higher quality production. This is detrimental to the growth of domestic refining in Nigeria. We should point out that it is not unusual for countries to protect their domestic industries in order to provide jobs and grow the economy. For example, the US and Europe have had to impose high tariffs on EV, electric vehicles, and microchips in order to protect their domestic industries. While we continue with our determination to provide affordable, good quality, domestically refined petroleum products in Nigeria, we call on the public to disregard the deliberate disinformation being circulated by agents of people who prefer for us to continue to export jobs and import poverty. So, this, say me, like I said before, I am not here to massage anybody's ego. I am not here to tell you what you want to hear. I am here to share with you the information I believe you should know. When Tinubu and his gang, when they are doing their back and forth media arrangements, including Dangote himself, doing meeting inside the Aso Rock, I came here and I told you, it is all lie. It's either Dangote is a very stupid person or he's in on it himself. The person that is importing fuel into Nigeria right now, Tinubu, Ohando, which happened to be a business, a company linked to Tinubu himself, Wale Tinubu and others, right? This company was supposed to have been bought by NNPC. But unfortunately, now them company like them buy NNPC. So as it stands, Wale Tinubu's company Ohando jumped from a paltry 76 billion naira worth of company. Within a year, it has now become a company that is worth over 3 trillion naira. 3 trillion naira. All because it has been responsible for importing more than 70% of what Nigeria has been using, the petroleum Nigerians have been using. Right? And like I said before, Tinubu did not remove subsidy. What he did was to change the beneficiary from the Boko Haram's people to his own people. So if Dangote, who knows, I believe, that Nigeria no get crude oil to give him, he continue to kind of obnob with them, making you believe that Tinubu just ordered. As if to say that's how it works. Tinubu has ordered the oil companies in Nigeria to be giving Dangote, NNPC to be giving Dangote crude oil. I said there is no crude oil to give Dangote. There is no crude oil. Whatever it is left has been used as collateral against the money that Boko Haram borrowed. Dangote knows that. So why is he pretending that they are giving him crude oil? I said, how many crude oil have they given to him since the 1st of October that Tinubu directed them? Then they said Tinubu has directed all the oil marketers in Nigeria to go and buy, NNPC, oil marketers, to go and buy from Dangote. And I told you here that they said Dangote's oil is sold at 990 naira per liter. So if Dangote is selling for 990 naira, how much do you think the oil marketers will sell their own? So they said that Dangote's oil and the imported oil, the landing cost, which usually is the reason why they always claim to pay subsidy, the landing cost of bringing fuel to Nigeria is put at somewhere around 800 naira, 820 naira. So, and these marketers prefer to buy from NNPCL because NNPC wouldn't want them to sell too high. So they pay subsidy on it, cover some cost, and then they sell it to them like maybe 780 or 750 naira. So that these people can come and sell it to you for 1,100, 1,200 naira. So if Dangote is selling his own at 990 naira per liter, how much do you think these oil marketers will sell to you? Because they have to use their truck to move this product across Nigeria. Some of you will buy it at the rate of 1,500, 1,400 naira. It is not because some of you probably wishes that is not true, though, but it is true. So Dangote never told us how much he's been selling his products, remember? And he has been forced to tell us how much is a liter by Dangote. And Dangote will not sell lesser than how much he bought, crude oil he bought, right? Crude oil from Niger Delta is no longer available to Dangote. Now, crude oil from Brazil, crude oil from America, Dangote, you see, they are importing crude oil. And they are lying to you that Tinubu has directed them to give Dangote crude oil. He has directed. But Dangote won't come out and say, oh, they don't give me anything. No. Or, okay, they gave me this, and that. Oh. But that's it. They didn't give me anything more. He kept playing along. Now he's now telling us now that, oh, the imported petrol to Nigeria is substandard. But they are also blending, the one they blended in Malta, good product plus bad one, they blend them together to come and sell them in Nigeria. So he's now claiming that these people have already bought another depot next to his refinery, where they will also be blending the products. He is not telling the truth. Tinubu and his gang will never tell you the truth. Dangote is not saying the truth. Now he's fighting for his life. And a lot of you are wondering, what the hell is wrong with this country? For years, they've spent over $4 billion renovating your refinery. Yet, none of them can refine a teaspoonful of crude oil. After spending over $4 billion, people will spend the money. They laugh to the bank. They converted your supposed money from the crude oil sales. They are using that one for subsidy payments. They are not telling you. So Dangote now feels like if the marketers are now saying they can't buy from him because he is too expensive than the imported fuel, it is time to now tell all of you how much he is actually selling to them. So why does he need to sell to ships? I don't even understand. Or does that mean that, because he's been selling his products to other African countries, so sure you get. Yeah, not only this Nigeria and the oil cabal, as they put them, right, that once told you that once Dangote refinery comes upstream and become on stream, this issue of scarcity, this issue of blah, 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 blah will be gone. But they lied to you. They did lie to you. And they are still lying to you. So Dangote is now telling us that a liter of petroleum in his refinery, if you are buying inside ship, now 900 and what? If you buy inside ship, it is 971, so 960 naira. But if you are buying inside a truck, 990 naira. So for the first time, Dangote is telling us the price. So now, if you do the math, the marketers are right. But the only thing is, the argument of Dangote is that, the marketers are right. Dangote's product is more expensive than the imported ones. But the difference is that Dangote is claiming that his own product is the best. The ones they are importing is a substandard product that will continue to destroy your cars, your machines, your engines. Who allowed them to import those? Man, you can keep going back and forth, and you could just get a headache trying to figure out, like, what the hell is going on? Why are they doing this to you, Nigerians? Why? He is right. They were supposed to protect him. But the reason why the Tinubu's regime will not protect him is because they don't give a damn about you. They don't. And for the first time, Dangote is facing competition. He is a quota system billionaire. They always remove competitors for him. Any business that Dangote is interested in, they will remove competitors, and he will be the one to determine how much he's going to make. So for the first time, the president of Nigeria, his own agents, they are interested in milking and impoverishing Nigerians. Dangote cannot stop them. So Dangote is now facing duplicitous people who told you that they are protecting him, but they are not. Oh man, there's no end in sight. I've done this layman calculation here severally. I said, if Tinubu and his gang really do care about you, and they want to bring down this T-pain, this hardship, they can actually give Dangote the crude oil he needs and give it to him for half price. To hell with OPEC, to hell with all these international prices. Now when I get the crude oil, oh yeah, drill them, give them, and tell us, say, Dangote, instead of giving you the crude oil for $70 per barrel, we'll give it to you for $20 per barrel. And you are going to promise us that once you finish the refining and the rest of that, we'll give you 20% of it. Go and sell it and make your money for whatever you want to sell it. But the ones you are going to give to the Nigerian marketers, we want you to give it to them for 300 naira per liter. And to you, the marketers, the worst case scenario, it will cost you maybe extra 100 naira or 200 naira to move per liter, to move this product to across Nigeria. You must not sell it more than 500 naira per liter. And then you will watch all the prices of transportation, prices of goods, everything will just come down. You can do that for the people. What if these guys won't use all this money for? See, what they want to own the world literally alone. Eh? Don't tell me about this, your economic nonsense. I beg, keep it to yourself. There's not, see, people are going through hell. Last year, a liter of petroleum was 170 naira, 187 naira per liter. Today, it is 1,100, 1,200. Kilo fe for what? So you are telling me that they cannot sell a liter of petroleum in Nigeria for 400 naira per liter and still make profit? Eh? Something that jumped from 187 naira per liter to over 1,000 naira. What did they want to take this money to? Eh? How do you explain that to me? How can you tell me that something that was obtainable at the rate of 187 naira per liter last year is now over 1,000 naira? It can't be sold for 500 naira. It can't be sold for 400 naira. You know, economic. It's all robbery, greed, selfishness. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So the guy is now waiting for them to protect him, but nobody's going to protect him. He go put the refinery on top his head, go sell. That's last. And I've said that before. See, last, now Tinubu go buy that refinery. You know, say na Lagos today. They go bring somebody we go buy him. Shaguri, if you say, sell it to Shaguri. They will not use Nigeria money. They will pay him. They say, how much is your refinery? 20 billion. Remember that out of that money, almost $8 billion of Nigeria money is part of that money. Sure, you know. We'll just give you 4 billion. Cut your costs. Cut your losses, okay? We'll give you $4 billion. Leave the business and sell the refinery to us. They go force them, sell them. You see? They go force them to sell the refinery to them as scrap. Because what is all this? Today they meet Tinubu, tomorrow they meet Tinubu, today they meet Tinubu, tomorrow they meeting. They meeting. Last all on a genje. Eh? It's unfortunate, oh. It's unfortunate. So you see the enemies of you see your enemies now. Mayogun is not your enemy. All this information are supposed to be on GC. I'm putting them before you. This is what they are doing to you. And everybody is going to be pointing fingers. Now your fault, now your fault, now you. It's not me. It's you. It's him. No, it's him. It's that person. It's this one. It's that. The president has ordered. President has directed. President directed waiting. What happened to Tinubu's directive now? Oil marketers should go and buy from Dangote. Who go buy 919 naira per liter? How much do you think they will sell it to you? Dangote is buying the crude oil from outside Nigeria. They are selling it to him at $70, $80 per barrel. How much do you think it's going to sell to you? What happened to Niger? No, I live on like that because I could just be like, say, I just talk to myself. Peter Obi don't cause wahala for saying that Nigeria needs to move from consumption to production. People should spend more time working night shifts than they are looking forward to doing night vigil. Nigeria is a very crazy place. Businesses are leaving Nigeria. Businesses are folding up. Factories, warehouses are being turned to mega churches. You know, people will buy, business will fold up. Warehouses will be sold to churches. Okay? So people will lose jobs, jobless, poor. Then they will now go back into warehouses that have now turned to prayer centers to go and pray for jobs. In some places, in many places, you can walk one street and you will see more than 5 different churches. And before, when we were growing up, there were not too many churches like this. So a lot of them have now turned it into business, the pastorpreneurs. So they are like miracle hawkers, miracle merchants. Those who want to give you prosperity. You go see deliverance Tuesday, deliverance vigil on Monday, breakthrough vigil on Tuesday. They shall have from Monday to Sunday. People are spending hours screaming, praying. They call it praying, screaming, shouting for miracle. Holy wow, holy wow. Listen to me. Hey. This year I am asking, I tithe, I bind, I lose, I kill day. So the guy said, you will see people that are going to all these places for all these miracles. Night vigil. I pray to her, my visa. The miracle to get a visa to go to UK. So that people will be saying, then they pray to get visa, go UK, go America. Not because they won't go there, go do night vigil, go do night job. Vigilante, night shifts to pay bills so that they can send money back to Nigeria. They are all running mad on social media right now because Obi said we should have people, instead of wasting hours from Monday to Sunday. Then others are like, so what about those who are going to nightclub? So, they try to save you now. In lower by now they come out the ring that they try to save you now, but no. Because a lot of them believe in that kind of miracle of a thing that if they scream and shout, they can be spared or singled out and be personally blessed or something like that. Sure, you get. So they are like trying to hit him raw. But those ones who are the children of pastors, yeah, those ones whose parents used to give people all that kind of, hope and prophecies. They are part of those who are taking it up with him by saying that why is he coming after the Christians? They felt they kind of feel attacked. They feel attacked that somebody says, yeah, you could go to vigil. If others are going to club on Fridays, you can go to church. But does it make any sense for any human being, any normal person to be doing night vigil on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? Does that make any sense? Here in the UK, where they brought the Christianity to you in Nigeria, by the way, the Christian mission of UK also that brought the missionary to you in Nigeria from here. Today, most of these places, we don't have any church anymore here. They are closing down at the never seen before rate. Now, old people, you go see, they go there. Because everybody you have to kind of like, you need to walk. Put it that way. So in Nigeria, if you want to offend the people, just talk about their church or talk about their mosque. Yeah, you go see rage. You go see a pistol. Because majority of them are job men. You know, job men, scammers, fraudsters who love to use religion to hoodwink and steal from others. There's no other way. If you know be a politician, you have to go and be a religious person. Go and be a cleric. In northern Nigeria, go and be a cleric. If you can read Larubawa, Arabic, you go see your mugus. They will be calling you sheikh, monk. They have different names they give to them there too. Even the little boy of 10 years, they can just eulogize him and make him a prophet like in northern Nigeria because he can read Arabic. In southern Nigeria, if he can speak in tongue, they go say, he's full of spirits. Everybody is just like scamming, what is it called? All these job men. So they take offense. Everybody need that tithe. They need your first fruit. January is going to be here soon. Your first salary in January, you have to give it to your pastor. God, it belongs to God. Job men and their mugus. They will tell you, I'm doing it for God. Shut up. If you want to offend them, go and talk about, even as I'm talking right now, some people, some of them, their blood, if I could see their faces right now, you see some faces watching Mayegun right now, their face don't they hard. They hard like. Mayegun talk about another thing. Leave pastors alone. Pastors are not the problem of Nigeria. Una be the problem. All of you. You are. When they tell you that, listen, what you kind of pray for or what you use as your prayer points, they are ordinary things that if you have a working system, a working society, you will not waste your time praying for them. But we don't have a working system. So Peter B is being roasted there, left, right, and center. And then his own supporters are not kind of taking it lightly too. Put it that way. But those ones, everybody go assemble on Friday. Allahu Akbar. On Sunday, you go see them there. Holy, 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 holy. On Sundays. But then the rest of the day, they will do what they can to cut the corners. Like this one that Bright Yo Bright shared with us. Latest from Bright.
MSP Edafebra, the Police Public Relations Officer, Delta State Police Command. And we are at the Delta State Police Command headquarters where we'll be parading 2 suspects who we found in the course of doing stop and start duty with about 1,500 bottles of CSE codeine, a lot of cartons of tramadol tablets. And we were made to understand, according to them, that they were moving these drugs from Onitsha to Warri, where they are supposed to deliver to their target customers. So we are going to interview them and also show you the drugs that they were carrying. Now, if you see, we have CSE codeine. We also have another brand of codeine here. We have tramadol tablets, though not completely banned, but controlled. However, when a person is found with so much quantity of this, it is cause for suspicion, because we must admit that some of our youths are destroying their future by continuous abuse of these illicit drugs, especially the likes of tramadol and codeine. This is codeine. This is codeine. They have over 3 cartons, and each of these cartons is containing, according to them, 500 bottles of codeine, 500 bottles of codeine, 500 bottles of codeine. And what they do is, at times, they mix it with some of the drugs that is not particularly controlled or banned. Like this is sildenafil citrate tablet. I think it is for what is this one for?
This one is for sex.
For sex enhancement.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll be interviewing them now so that they will tell us how long they have been into this business and whether indeed they know that this is an offense or not. What is your name?
Okay, Michael.
What is your name? How old are you?
21 years.
21 years?
Yes, sir.
You uncle?
22 years.
Oh, 21, 22. Now the brothers?
Yes, sir.
From the same parents?
Yeah, no. From the same village.
Okay, we now come from the same village, but you are not related by blood.
Yes.
Okay, where on a shop there?
Bridge.
Huh?
Bridge.
Bridge for Asaba before Onisha. Onisha. Okay, what do you sell for your shop?
All this medicine and injection.
Okay. Which university you go?
I drop in my secondary school.
Oh, you be secondary school dropout.
Yes, sir.
So why you for get license to the even deal in even tramadol safe? You just a seller.
Just a seller.
Okay. Now this is CSE codeine.
Yes, sir.
How many bottles there here?
500 bottles.
How many there here?
500 bottles.
What of that one?
500 bottles.
Oh, waiting there here. This one na codeine na waiting there here.
Codeine.
Okay. This one too na waiting. Tramadol. Where you dey carry and go?
Worry. Yes, sir.
Okay, your customer there for worry.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But do you know, though they say ignorance of the law will not be excused, but do you know that codeine in Nigeria as of today is banned?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you know.
Yes,
so
sir.
why are you still dealing in codeine now?
To earn a living, sir.
To earn a living?
Yes, sir.
Do you think earning a living is a justification to go into crime? You feel say if you go court now, you can't tell the judge say now because you want earn living, I make you dey go against government laws and order in the country. Say the judge go pity you.
No, sir.
Supposing say somebody just come now, use gun, collect your clothes, collect your phone, collect your property, say now because say they earn a living. You go say, oh, because they earn living, make you carry your property, they go.
No, sir.
Okay, this thing, are you aware that it affects the brain and the body system when it is abused?
No, sir.
Oh, you are not aware. So why government ban now?
For abusing it, sir.
For abusing it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You don't see young guys when they run metal at times for street where they remove bus and say they don't do colo. You don't come across any of them before?
No, sir.
Okay, you want them to say you don't know say this drug they destroy some of the life of some of our youth. To save my time, which of these drugs should they take?
Sometimes I take this codeine, sometimes I take tramadol.
How often do you take it?
I do according to the measurements they put on that codeine.
Okay, which drug you they take?
I take tramadol.
How often do you take it?
Always on Saturday, but not only every Saturday.
Who asked you to take them?
Nobody, for body pain.
Oh, for body pain. Are you aware that you are not supposed to be in possession of these things unless through a prescription from doctor?
Yes.
Okay, well, we are trying to save time. This is what we are talking about. Just imagine the quantity that all of these two persons are carrying, and they were using a very nice luxury vehicle with the hope that the police will not stop them. But we know the look face. We'll stop anything stoppable and we'll search anything searchable. Hence, we've been able to recover these drugs in large quantity. I would advise our youth to stay away from drugs. It is very, very important. Stay away from drug. Don't abuse drug.
Including you. right? You have to stay away from drug too, right? So we do not know which of them you they take. But yeah, that is that. Finally, there were others that were caught at the, that their own is even an advanced level, Nigeria and drugs.
The same thing. Okay,
àsìkò òǹgbẹ lọ́tún lósì ẹ̀mí ò sì káàrẹ̀ Jagaban Karim àsìkò òǹgbẹ.
In Tinubu's Nigeria, it is eventually going to become the drug transit hub. Last. When Tinubu is done, everybody might did drug last, just kind of a reminder. Well, that is the end of my own presentation. So we can have a time to take calls, I think. So, and that segment of phone call, remember, is proudly sponsored by the Ya Rasulallah Digital. This is a digital sort of company that gives you a chance, a shot at, if you are looking for a business opportunity, something extra, apart from what you normally do for now. I am coming back to tell you more on that again, okay? So if you are looking to, make for yourself, give to yourself a financial freedom in such a way that is more different than what you currently have. And I'm not talking about MMM, okay? MMM is where somebody will say, give me $1,000 and you will collect 10,000. No. If you are interested in learning anything new, right, business-wise, that may be a chance for you. Something that could give you, your own independence. Your own time, where you can be your own boss. So to say, have time for yourself, have time for families, and then learn to grow, meet other people in the field, and on like that. Okay. But I will come back and tell you a bit more after this break. They are the proud sponsor of this next segment. Also, for those of you who might still want to add or contribute to this conversation this evening, don't forget, you can pick up your phone and call in. And when I come back, we will take calls. So don't go anywhere. And if you have to, remember, like the broadcast. Right? And welcome back. So a quick word from our sponsor, okay, for this segment. Listen, I'm going to take calls. If our line keeps comes out open, okay, we'll take calls. And if it doesn't, we'll call it a night afterward. But listen to this, okay? To those who have actually responded to this, right? So Ya Rasulallah Digital is a business, opportunity medium for those who are looking to possibly set themselves off from the financial burden of or the work. A lot of us currently do that don't really pay off their bills, so to say, right? So this, like I said, is for the people who really want to learn anything new. You want to try something new. You want to try something that you have to do the work as well. Okay, so put it this way, right? Like, are you a professional that you feel every time that you go to work, it could be your last day, or you have been one of those that have to do 2-3 shifts just to get the bills paid, And even at that, you probably do not have time to take care of the family enough, like be there for them, your family, your children, because you have to work, right? Now, this may be a chance for you. So those who have responded, see, you can put your phone in front of your, the camera of your phone, if you put it on right now, right? You can scan this. This will give you a chance of reading more from, from this barcode in front of your screen. So the business opportunity, they have the potential to grant you 5 to 6 figure salary a month. Can get you debt-free, take you out of that debt, indebtedness and all that. You can actually fund your own children education from this. Also, an opportunity possibly for you to travel the world if you have that as part of your bucket list. You can become a mortgage-free as well from this. Indeed, you want a financial freedom and flexibility. This may be a chance for you, but like I said, it is not an MMM where you give your money to somebody and they have to go and make. No, you would have to learn it yourself. So, and like I said, you need $149 to sign up. And when you sign up, you are going to be taught all you need to know. Now, if you feel like after a week or two that this is not for you, listen, you can automatically cancel it and get your money back. You understand? So it's not compulsion. Or if you are looking to really, really set yourself on a new financial path, this may be a chance for you. Try it out. And if you think it's not for you, you can always cancel it and get your money back. That's one thing I actually love about it. There's no compulsion, okay? I have gotten the report that a lot of you are checking it out, which is great. I've also gotten the report that few people have actually signed up to check it out, which is also great. But remember what I told you. The moment you feel like this is for you, go for it. And don't forget me, by the way. But if you feel like, no, I don't think I'm up for this, right? You can always get your money back. But remember, you have to put in the work. Nobody is going to kind of do it for you. You will learn the rope. You are going to be teachable. You are going to build your own digital, business yourself, where you have your own website as well, done for you. From what I heard, that itself ordinarily would have cost you about 11,000 US dollars to put together, which I have an idea about, of, right? So you're going to get all of that for free. There are many things that comes with this, but you will only find out when you sign up. So check it out. Again, this barcode should do it for you, okay? And if you want to ask any questions from this, from this company, this business, the number is right there at the bottom right. You see that that brown orange part, right? That is the number to call in and check out, ask. And there is also, use this barcode. It's very, very active and it's very, very original. And the business itself is very, very legit as well. Again, when you put or sign up and you feel like, oh, this is for me, go ahead and do all you have to do. But if you feel like, no, this is not for me, you will get every penny back. Every penny. When you cancel within the first 30 days, please don't wait till after 30 days and then be like, no, I want my money back. You won't get your money back after 30 days. Okay? But you can actually get your money back if you feel like this is not for you. You get to know. The first 2 days, you will know if this is for you or not. And I promise you, it's actually for you if you have the time and you are ready to be taught, like, be teachable. Okay? You don't actually have to be, you're not going to be too old or too young, right, to qualify in this, okay? I wish you all the best. Here is my first caller this evening. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Michael. Paul speaking from Belgium.
Say that
How
again,
are
sorry.
you? Paul speaking from Belgium.
That's Paul. How are you there this evening, Paul?
I'm fine, and you? How is the family?
Well, we are here, surviving as usual. Thanks so much for asking, though.
Very good broadcast. I just got to. I'll be very happy if they would toe the line of the separation aspect. That would be very much welcome.
Small.
Yes, that's the only thing I called. I'm very happy. At least they have come with that initiative.
Small.
Okay.
It is not a matter of if now. Like I said, it is a matter of when. So they should continue.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that's all I have for you. The broadcast was super
Bless you.
as usual.
Thank you so
Yes.
much. Okay. You have a good one.
I wish you all the best. All our dreams will come true.
Amen. Oh, bless you.
Mm.
So that's Paul from Belgium. Another thing I failed to add is that you could actually sign up for this part of business opportunity from any part of the world. Okay, whether you are in the UK, the US, even in Nigeria, you just need to have what it takes, and they will tell you all you need to know. Go try it. Here is another caller. Hello. Hang on. Can you hear me? Okay. We would have to try it again. Right?
I can hear you.
Oh, yeah, you can. Brilliant.
Yeah, I can.
Is that Comrade Akinola?
Yes, I am. Hello, Papa.
Honestly, like, I was looking at the screen and there's nothing that gives me any hint that that's you.
Look at that.
How are you, sir?
It's amazing. I'm blessed. Thank you. You said so much today, and thank you for this, for just educating the masses, including ourselves.
God bless
everybody.
You,
they're so happy catching all this info left and right.
Thank you so much.
If I may fire on. Yes, I'm talking. It's about this issue of this petroleum or no petroleum. Well, let me begin with Dangote. I have to say though, you see, if Dangote petrol is more expensive, yet Nigerians may not appreciate it. And I'll tell you what's going on here. You see, when you talk about particle per million, part per million, Dangote was, when they want to run down his fuel that is inferior. The issue is, if you understand what's going on, Europe wants to import Dangote's oil from Dangote, whereas marketers are buying fuel from Europe into Nigeria. The fuel they're buying into Nigeria, they are of lesser quality. Not about the cars now. It's about pollution, and some of them, they cause cancer and early death to people. It's about environmental issue. You see? And nobody is talking about that.
Product that they will never sell in their own country. Here, they will sell this
in their own country. Why will Europe wants to come and import from Dangote, and they're selling those ones to African countries? What they will not sell in their own country, they're selling it to us. That's one part. Nobody is even talking about the refinery not working. Why have they not sacked the NNPC boss? I don't think anybody has ever mentioned. No head has ever ruled in NNPC. Is anybody asking that question at all?
No.
And this same guy that has been heading NNPC, you see them taking pictures with him. Who does that? So it just tells that the corruption is so endemic.
It is.
Yeah, that guy also have been fired long before now. And it's terrible that it's not happening.
It's unbelievable, like he said it in that his presser, that in the rest, the rest of the world, like the Europe here, the America, they always protect their local content. They protect the local companies. Why is that of Nigeria different?
This is only God knows.
Corruption. No,
you see,
it's corruption. Because if it should be protected in this regard, right, they would have to lose their own feeding bottles.
Definitely. There's so many vested interests. You see, is it right from Obasanjo? We should be asking. Nobody has really fired that guy, the person heading this NNPC.
No?
You see, this guy, only God knows what, I don't know what qualification he holds, but it's like one person has been in that position and has been top, and nobody is asking questions. These are the people that they're saying they pay $4 billion to do refinery that is not working.
Since Buhari's time.
Yeah. And again, Buhari they say Dangote doesn't have fuel because Buhari used the fuel that they're going to do to go and take loan. Nobody's talking about the terms of the loan.
Or what did they use the loan for?
What's the loan for? Even what's the terms? How can you use fuel that, and this Western world.
Future oil prospect as collateral for money.
That we don't know whether it will be selling for $80 a barrel or 100 down the line. That somebody will go and use to borrow money, and we don't know the time. Nobody is talking about what's the terms of the contract. Let's see. They be signing a contract. We're not looking. We don't have the information about the terms of the contract. Maybe they sold Lagos stuff that we don't even know. One day, because we see.
Maybe one day the owner will come and say, "Well, all of you pack your bag. We are the owner of this Lagos." I say, "What?"
No, it's true. We've been seeing Shaku. Some of this sign in Lagos, and Shaku is a word in a bit from Saudi Arabia. You know, like somebody, I don't know, maybe it's like in terms for maybe loan. I don't know, but people will be seeing in sign. They could have sold some part of Lagos away that we don't even know.
Well, with the one that we do know, by the way, there's a place called the Lagos Eco Atlantic. Very soon, people will need their visa or clearance or something to actually access those places.
They sold that to Sheguri. We Sheguri,
the Indians.
The Lebanese come and take over Lagos. Is this Buhari regime? You go and sell a land in Lagos, and Lagos people are not asking questions. So anyway, maybe when we have Tinubu do all this abracadabra, and we now have regional, we have a regional government, maybe all those things will now start coming into play.
Right.
Baba, before I go, I should make a note of this one. You see, what's this name again? Chidema Venitsa, that they drove away from South Africa.
Yep.
Yeah, our Biafran sister.
Yep.
I think we should encourage people on the platform. They need to vote for her because now the South Africa need to be put to shame. She's really training in Mexico now and learned that she's number one. Oh. But I thought I should mention this on your platform so that people need to follow her up.
I sort of, because I don't really fancy all those things. Or the whole controversy surrounding this own candidacy and all of that probably is cause for our own probably support too. It wasn't my own.
No, true. But at the end of the day, we have Biafran
cancel their citizenship in South Africa as we speak.
Yes, because she did. You know what she did? Wow. How can somebody? She was okay. Let's say the mother is illegitimate, or maybe for whatever issue about immigration, but by birth, she's a South African citizen. Whether the parents are illegal, whether the mother from whatever I've forgotten the country now, and even if the father
or something, right?
Something like that, But if she were the parents were illegal, the fact that Chidima was born in South Africa automatically makes her American South African citizen. But because of all this racism and this thing, it is their what do you call this? They see that because she has Nigerian parents. Okay, now she gave up the citizen now, but South Africa needs to be put to shame. She's doing very well in Mexico now. I just thought we should let our brothers and sisters on the platform know about it. And they need to vote for her. They need to.
The words out there now.
I thank you very much, Baba Yego. I will allow other people to talk here. Have a great day and keep the good work going.
You too, sir.
Thank
you so much for calling in.
Bye-bye. My pleasure.
That's a very good one.
Bye-bye.
Vanessa Chidima, we've had that story shared on this platform before, and there is more that's been going on, since then. So I'm glad that somebody actually did mention that. So a lot of you possibly you are also following. But voting for her is a call to duty because there is more to if she wins than for her to come this far and not win. Here you get. So we should probably put out details on that after this broadcast. Maybe I will do more. I don't even know much about the contests, I have to say, but I have been seeing the whole news everywhere. This is Adesa. Hello, sir.
My brother, good evening.
Good evening to you. How are you?
I'm good, and you too?
I'm very well. Oh, happy weekend. You looking forward to the week?
Yes, so the week
work starts again tomorrow, doesn't it?
Yes, so my brother. Yeah, firstly, let me thank you for the good work you've been doing, your encouragement, and the enlightenment. Yeah, let me start from the statement made by Sam Amadi, the former chairman of Nigeria Electricity Commission. He has also worked there before. Recently, he has been speaking on the issue of INEC and their programs, but I have not seen any concrete step they have taken with the other organization that they've been talking together, because I've been from one talk to the other, everything. Most of the things he's telling us, we have already known it. Understand?
Yep.
But I'm thinking by this time, if they are coming as a group, they should start an action that Nigeria will see and actually embrace whatever they are saying.
Actions than talk.
More action than talk, because it is not from Monday to Sunday in Nigeria. It's a talk. No concrete action is developed to actually settle some of these cases that he do mention to us. We appreciate him for also enlightening Nigerian on what is up for those who don't know. But we believe that with others, I don't know, those other NGOs or other interest groups, they should be able to come up with a platform to be able to see that the concrete things are done to actually make things work. What he said that Nigeria is the verge of collapse is not far from the truth.
No.
They are thinking that nothing will happen, but it will surprise them that one day they just wake up and discover that Nigeria is no more. Nobody knows the time, nobody knows the hour. But if they continue in the way they are going now, it will eventually happen, because looking at INEC, during the issue of Jega, we need to hear inconclusive election, because maybe there are gray areas that need to be addressed, the way to do. But since Mahmoud came, because he's playing card with APC, he has never, even when the whole world say this is bad, he will never cancel any election. Right from the presidency election to off-season election, he has been doing all that has been happening. He has never at one day, at least when you cancel election for a particular state, understand, for whatever they see as gross misconduct, it will send a deterrent that most people, they will not do it again. But you'll be thinking of the cost. If it takes them to do election 10 times to get the right thing done, it doesn't matter what has been spent on it. That is my own view. Than to do things. I think yesterday I was listening to somebody, it's an NGO, who actually review what happened in those states, how the APC ring the election to power, with all those volume. Okay, you have an idea. Why did Nigeria spend trillions of naira for this equipment? That's my thing. This money could be channeled to do other things. They spend trillions of naira.
Just keep announcing people, and you don't have to waste money on these technologies and all of this equipment.
No,
What's the point?
because I know how much
People even lose their lives because they believe that they want to fight an election.
Because people come out looking at IRF as a game changer, but you will now begin to do all things from the presidential election down to what happened in Odo. So there has never been any good report from anywhere. And it's still continuing. I'm still wondering why Nigerians still allow him to be the INEC chairman. Because what the opposition party, I don't know what actually they are looking for. We have not finished 2023, 2024. They are talking about 2027. Because for 2027 to be good, the journey started now.
Yes.
Most of the things that need to be corrected, that they're supposed to force them to do, they are not doing it. Even the opposition member in the House, they are not doing it. They all of them just keep quiet. And the people, Nigerian, I actually want to talk to Nigerians that if they really want a change in 2027, God knows who will state it then. Understand? The journey should start now. All the amendment, all that need to be collapsed, all that need to be done, they should do it before it is too late. Otherwise, what happened now? We keep on repeating. I think we are waiting for Ondo election now. You will see that it will not be different. It will not be different from what has been happening in other areas. I'm just telling you the truth. You will see it. Another area I want to speak on is the issue of what Obi said, that some people are abusing him. Also, unfortunate that though they say Nigeria is among the educated in the world, but discovered that the education has not proved to make any changes in their life. Because when you look at it, what Obi said, Obi did not say that they should not go to night again.
No.
Do you know that the money they are collecting from people abroad, they don't know say people go work for night? People work in the night.
Hey, now you go to work at night and to send money to somebody who is clapping his hand somewhere.
Most of the reason why we are going to church to pray or to mosque to pray, if the economy of Nigeria is better, they will not be doing all those things.
No.
But that's the truth. You pray for government to provide the electricity. You go to church to pray overnight. You pray for healthcare. You pray for school. All those are the, if they are okay, the population of going to church will reduce because these men have already enslaved them. I was talking to somebody that day. I said, we know during the old, most of these churches that have university, they are the cheapest. They are even cheaper than the government school.
Yes.
Because it's supposed to be a missionary school. But when you talk this day, when you have all those big churches that have churches, their members will not attend a church in a school because it is too expensive for them to attend. It is these children of these politicians who have stolen the money, the Commonwealth, that their children are saying, I attend such school. Do you understand? Of what value is gold when it cannot be mined? Your tithe, your offering, everything goes into that. And the same person, their children go abroad to school, small children that was born in your presence, you will come back again tomorrow, you need to bring you and call you daddy. A small kid that was born in your presence. But when you talk to them, they begin to look as if they are crazy. Even you see some professors under these people, you see some people who are learned, but it does not change anything in their life. So what will be said is the truth. That's nothing. That's the practical truth. Some say they are not going to vote. If they get the power to make him president.
Because it's him. Last week they are pushing Sharia in Abuja. I didn't see some of these lab dogs, right? They are feel attacked because of what he said. I didn't see them on social media, okay, fighting back that you cannot push Sharia in this country. You cannot. No, I didn't see them. Did you?
You know, when anytime Obi say something, it becomes a problem. The people that are pushing Sharia, their children are the ones they were showing the television that were listening. None of them say anything. You understand? It's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll take
Thank you.
another one, Baba. You have a good night. So have a good evening, all right? So I have another caller, but I also want to put my caller on Know the Beats by reminding us all that, we still have our backup channel, which we are currently at over 1,300. Now, if you haven't really subscribed onto the Mayegun's Diary Premium, I implore you to please go on and then subscribe, add to the number, and take us to 2,000. We are currently on Mayegun's Diary Political. We are currently at 99,936, I think. So we are just about 64 subscribers away from that 100,000 mark. And I bet we are going to possibly hit that in the next 2-3 days. So if you're watching this broadcast this evening and you haven't really subscribed onto Mayegun's Diary Political, please do it now. And to those who are already members of the Mayegun's Diary Political who hasn't really subscribed onto the Mayegun's Diary Premium, I beg you now, let's subscribe now. If anything happens to this channel, is that when we are going to really start building this? I hope not. So please give it a follow if you haven't. Just search for Mayegun's Diary Premium. One word, Mayegun's Diary Premium. And then just, subscribe. Thank you so much. I have a caller. Hello there.
Hello, Baba.
Yima. Good day. Wow.
Good.
How are you?
Good evening, Baba. I did, my brother. Good evening.
People kind of like, it took me time before I knew that you are our own director, Scott. That's some name there, man. It took me a while, but it's really good to have you on.
Oh, my Shiri Mitituni,
Don't worry. You are still who you are, Baba. Quality.
I don't hide myself. I'm not getting anybody. What do you want to do?
You get.
You make it do. I'm a beg. Yeah, I'm not getting to the hide. I've been here and I've been here. About Ekushejari, I like the way you entered this evening. I love the way you entered them this evening.
Thank you.
If you know Sabi, the reason why we did on this platform.
You get. Some of you are veterans, right? You know Mayegun very well. And if Mayegun move mad, you go no. See, Mayegun wait here, you know they move mad. No be you be this so. But for those who
I love the way
I
love the way you enter.
Why are you talking like this? Talk like what? Tell them.
I like the way you enter, Baba. Well done, make you know very well. I like the way you drop everything from the history of how the system is how the electoral system works, how the judiciary follows up with the electoral system, how it is announced, how Yakubu is there. I like the way you broke it down today. Anybody who wants to know anything about Nigeria should go and watch this broadcast again from the start. That is exactly a replica of how Nigeria works. Everything you see in that country, from the Dangote Petroleum, everything, Baba, you drop them down today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
First of all.
Thank you.
Now, I want to address that northern guy where they talk about those kids with the carry Gumi's roommate. Gumi's roommate. Now, what they call him that? That guy, well, I like the way he come out and say he fight for the children rights, and he talk about how the injustice is going on. But I would also like to remind him that, I think you remember one time when I think it was 99 girls or something, or 99 women that were taken from Igbo land to Suleja.
Yes, sir.
In Niger State. Yeah. It's exactly what happened to those children. So if he's speaking on those northern children, he should also lend them a voice when it happens to other people in that same country that he is advocating of. And to now, number two, it is the responsibility of the northern failed criminals. That is why those children are suffering. That is why those children have no schools. That is why those children have no future. That is why those children are begging for food. It is the responsibility of the northern criminal leaders, I repeat. If Tinubu has done that to your children, hold your leaders responsible.
That's right.
And stop coming to the internet and showing your bias everywhere for us to point out at you, old man. What kind of nonsense is this? What kind of country are we living in? That boy that was said that he was doing protest, was showing people how to protest. Did you see the trauma that happened to that guy?
I saw it. It's still on him right there. And I can tell you this, right? He's a courageous person, though. But you can still feel the trauma around him. He was like, man, recollecting.
So tell me now, if somebody comes with money, a bag of money and ammunition, and gives that boy and convince that boy to do something to the state, wouldn't he take it?
He will.
If it was you, wouldn't you take it? Look at it. He was only trying to educate people on how to protest. What happened to him? So that is the state at which we are right now. And for that guy that is asking about is democracy dead or democracy is on the verge of Oga, good morning, welcome.
You are welcome.
Yes, welcome. Good morning. You just got into the
morning. That's it.
It's your morning. Thank you, Baba. Good morning. Democracy died a long time ago in that country. The moment you cannot choose your leaders.
We watched it slaughtered. We watched them desecrated this same democracy, and it became demonstration of grace. Here we are.
Not yesterday, not today, not tomorrow. A long time ago in that country. So don't come to this and be telling us about, asking us dumb questions about is democracy dead or democracy at the verge of this thing. Okay? The country is dying. If it's not dead, the country is dying from the corrupt elite, from the corrupt politicians to all those Islamic corrupt, religious, corrupt people. They are killing you broad daylight. So if you don't learn from what this is, then I'm afraid we are all doomed. Thank you, Mario.
God bless you, Baba. Send me word to the big man, all right? Thank you so much. Stay safe. So that's my man, the director's court, right there. Here is our philosopher back. Hello, sir.
Hello, good evening, Mario.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing today?
Very well, very well. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, thank you very much. Director Court, thank you very much. I could hear the passion in the director's court voice. It's good to have passion. But the truth is that I think the one thing I agree with you today is that, like I've said that, I think I was it last year or a year before, I told you Tinubu is going to take over Dangote refinery.
I remember you did.
That was a reason. That was a reason.
One of those that kind of made me to be a little bit convinced that last they will frustrate him to sell it.
They will frustrate him to sell it, and he's going to sell it. and they'll pay him 3 times the money he paid for it. He's not going to sell it at a loss. They're going to pay him more.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
However, when it comes to the price of petrol, what you have to understand is, it's costing Dangote more to store petrol because he can't sell it. People in Nigeria. I'm going to say something that's going to be a bit controversial, but people are going to understand. Nigerians are outcome society and not principle society. Now, when I say outcome society, people don't care how you get to where you get to. They just care that you got there. Meanwhile, a principle society asks question: what was the rules? How did you pass the rules? How did you get to where you are? It's like a child coming back from school. You know this your child doesn't study, doesn't do extra class, and he has A* all over.
You ask questions.
You don't ask questions. That is Nigeria. Jesus has done miracle for me. Allah has done miracle for me. My village people have done miracle for me. That is the problem Nigeria has. And that is why people don't understand who Dangote is. Dangote, how did he get to where he is? What was his tax bill for the past 10, 15 years that he's been paying to the Nigerian government? Because if you're making the kind of money you're making, let's see your tax bill, let's see your tax return. They will never show you that. Emefiele was opening the Central Bank of Nigerian Reserve to help pay for that Dangote refinery. They hurriedly opened that refinery because they needed to pay off the last contractor fee so that by the time Buhari leaves, he doesn't owe contractors any more money. And they paid everything. Today, Emefiele is the one bearing the whole brunt of everything. The guys that did the deal above his head have gone. They are now saying his forged signature. How can you forge signature of a president and they release the money? Is there no protocols? So people just, and people print this in on Nigerian papers and people carry it online and they tell you they are national media and people don't ask questions. Like, it doesn't make no sense. What business was Tinubu doing before he became governor of Lagos State? Where are his tax bills? And that is why I say Nigeria is a resort out society and not a principal society. When you have a principal society, if you do anything outside the principle, straight no matter who you are, you're going down with it. So when it comes to the people shouting about INEC, if there was a principle, what qualifies you to be an INEC chairman? What will have been your antecedent before you become INEC chairman? What elections have you held? What other sub-elections have you done?
What are the things that could be traced to you to hold you?
Thank you. As you are Amaego, if somebody call me tomorrow and say, I want somebody that give me a proper critique of Nigerian society, how it operates, I will call you up because I know you're going to say it the way it is. And like you always say, you're not doing it out of all happiness. You're doing it because if they were doing well, you also praise them.
I will.
And I've seen you praise them where they did well. Don't get me wrong. So what I'm trying to say is,
they hardly does anything that will stand the test of time. But of course, we won't see good things and then call it bad or ignore it. We won't.
Yeah, I tell people I used to hate Professor Skiamo, but of all Tinubu ministers, he's the only one performing, doing something that I can see is solving a bit of a problem.
Right.
So you can hate somebody, but the person changes. You can say, you know what? You put your hate aside because at that point in time, he's doing the right thing. Now, people saying Yakubu is still INEC chairman. You're more concerned about Yakubu. What happens to your state electoral chairman? What happened to your local government electoral chairman? Have people actually asked questions? Who was there in 2015 and who is there now? People don't realize that before Yakubu got to where he is, he has been doing this job for them coming through the system before he got elected there. And they will not change him because Tinubu government is based on compromise, like you say. If they don't have anything on you, they don't give you a position.
You can't work for them.
Because when you're in that position, we already have something on you. So when you get to the point for you to do XYZ, will remind you, bros, this is what we have on you. Do you want that to go public? We sack you because of XYZ. They make themselves look good. And that is how they operate. If you've ever watched a good drug dealer film, if you've not watched any drug dealing film, go and watch The Godfathers 1, 2, 3. Godfathers don't operate with anybody that they don't have compromise on. No. And the Americans and the Europeans have something on him. With the case of what's his name? The guy shouting about the northern children going to court or not going to court. It's deplorable, yeah. But the question is, like you always say, yesterday's victim, today's survivor, yesterday's are going to be tomorrow's victim.
That's right.
When it was happening to people in the south, southwest, southeast, even the south people that they polluted their land, nobody was complaining. Now it's coming to you. The same way Nnamdi Kanu was screaming that these Boko Haram people are coming from the north, they're going to get down. People were saying, I don't mind this man, he's a madman. Now he's everywhere.
He's an alarmist. He's a troublemaker.
And that is why, thank you. And that's why I keep saying Nigeria is a result society. Until it happens to them, they don't realize it's happening. They don't follow the principle. What will this person do next? Where is this person coming from?
You know what somebody told me? They said that people are always asking, what is the source of your wealth? Did they ask for the source of your poverty when you had no money? Then I went to go and do my own little. I said, but there is an answer for that. If you want me to ask, what is the source of people's poverty? Bad leadership, corruption. So can you now give me an answer to what is the source of your wealth then? In the midst of all of this, you are right. People are more interested in what you have become, not how you become that way.
Thank you. And that is why what you just said now is a typical answer. If they don't want to answer you with that question, with that answer, they say, "Oh, if you don't know what I'm about, tell you, do you know who I am?"
That's right.
Just like the other man said, he can make somebody disappear, because that is what we rely on. We can produce results. We can do magic. And the three biggest problem we have as a society, like I said, is we don't have our own value system, which is the principle. We allow this so-called Nollywood or whatever they call it to denigrate our culture and way of life. Everything happens in Nollywood is a magic. Somebody give you something in Nollywood, you become rich. Somebody calls somebody's head, you become rich. You're advertising a way of life. That is why white people, when they want to introduce a new technology, they produce a new movie, make it a blockbuster. When you finish watching it, your mind starts thinking, how can I make these things better? Before you know, you key into it and you begin to make it work. Most of the things we are using today were movies done 10, 20 years ago.
That's right.
If somebody tell you there's going to be a flying drone, I started watching flying drone in, I think, 2010, 2009. When they were doing it like, oh, it's sci-fi. They say it's sci-fi. Today is reality. Artificial intelligence, in 2015, they were talking about it. Now it's a reality.
Now we have it. Yeah.
So that is, but Nigerian voodoo will only be the one to kill the fellow person. And that goes to show a lot about how we treat ourselves. There is no principle in the way we use it. Nigerian problem is not hard to solve. No. I'll be honest with you, it's not hard to solve.
At all.
If you say, as people in your group now, put out advice, say you want to help somebody in Nigeria, people will donate. Nigerians are not difficult to manage.
Honestly.
They just want two things: give us justice, give us equity, and let what we want, let the majority voices prevail. But the people at the top made one biggest mistake. The day we allow quota system into our system and the way we promote people, this federal character or no federal character, that should never have existed. It should have been a case of bring your best. If your best is not good enough, let him stay in the queue. And the moment you do it that way, people know that that is the principle. Everybody goes out. Go and check all the northern elites they are talking today now. All of them are product of quota system.
Yes.
And the quota system that brought them to where they are, they got there, they enrich their children, they send them abroad, and their children have refused to come back to enjoy the same quota system because most of their children are abroad. And that is why you keep having problems. The only people that are still surviving now is because Southwest and Southeast are still trying to bring people through the normal route. If you know if you help yourself, your brother and sister will contribute, send you abroad or do something for you. So you owe to your family. So you're still doing for your family. But in the north, the elites are living like, you see, like poverty is like, it's from 1,000 to minus 1,000. That is the difference in terms of the living standard. Because there is no need for all this we are going through. But like I said, 2027, they will still have election. I'm telling you now, somebody's already praying for 2027. Somebody went to church today to pray that God must make him buy Homer Jeep by Monday morning. What is he going to do to buy Homer Jeep? Nobody knows. But when they see him Homer Jeep, they will give him Dickin. They will give him Dickin, no. They will give him position in front of church. And like one person said, some of the pastor's children will come back from Europe. You start calling them daddy.
Thank you so much, okay? I mean, we can go on and on and on, as usual, right? But yeah, thank you so much for this again. I'll speak to you later.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You have a good one, okay? Yeah. Cheers, man. Now, I can listen to him all night, I promise. But because we would want to share the time as equal as possible, it will never be equal time, all right? But there are some of my callers that are really, really good. They are very good with their points, and they can just go on and on and on and on. But there are others who just are very brief too. They just drop it, and they will leave us to go and ruminate on it. So, again, a quick one. The word from our sponsor again. So to those of us who are indeed looking for any business opportunity, to want to try something new, profitable, that you are willing to get trained enough, you see, with $149, you can sign up using this barcode in front of your screen, okay? Go check it out. If you have any questions that you want to ask from them, there is a number on your screen. That is +447404495061. It is a chance to see if you could probably try something apart from what you are doing right now that could give you a financial breakthrough, put it that way. And if you think it's not for you, you can always opt out. Remember that. A caller. Hello.
Hello, my good general.
Hello, sir. Mazi.
Yeah, happy Sunday, my brother, and your family.
To you. How are you today?
Yeah, we thank God. We thank God.
Grant.
Yeah, thank you for the program, for enlightening us.
Thank you, sir.
That's according to you, say that no day that Nigeria will never give you the news to say. That's how the country.
I don't tell people. Me go tired. Me go wake up and say, I didn't do anything today. Sure you get. Every day.
Now so the country be. Yes. Now so the country be. Well, and thank God, things are going gradually. They are pushing us that place. We are moving. That country, the country will scatter. Nothing again. It's moving. All the system is fraud. Nothing. All the system is corrupt. It's fraud. All the system. What we are talking about Niger and Burkina Faso, Mali, you never reach that the military take over. You never reach. Their own corruption is little to compare to Nigeria. The foolish Nigerians. Their own is Nigeria own. You could eat them deep, because everybody is waiting for your own turn. The turn when you never know whether you can reach your own until you die. All of them are food. When people are criminal, have a criminal mind. This is the way that you will deceive yourself. You are waiting your turn until you don't know whether you can reach your turn until they kill you.
See, I know Nigeria must not become because I never become governor. I never become governor. I collect my own car. Who told you are going to become any of that before everything scatters?
You tell me now. This is the way. This is the way, because Tinubu that time they was fighting to come out military, because Tinubu, all of them, their own gang that time APC, they are waiting to thief. They have captured the ground now. Now you see the system now. These people are worse more than military. These criminals you see, they are worse more than military. These people are Nigerians are lost. Nigerians are disappear every day, every blessed day for this kind of criminals you see. Nigerians are disappearing. People don't know. They corrupt in everywhere. The military are killing people, doing woman traffic organ, police dissenting, doing harvest of human being. Everything's are happening. A lot of atrocity are happening in this very government. This regime. If you go to the east, you see what
never happened to them. They happen at all.
When it can't happen to that's them, what we are saying now.
Say heaven must follow. See what happened to me. But if it never happened to them, they happen at all.
Yes. Normal. This criminal you see, I'm robbing on no government. All is military and police. This is what they are working. How much is their salary? They are not paying them. They are not complaining because them are into criminality. That's what they are doing. Everybody wearing the uniform and go and thief. Kidnapping is them. They are doing a lot of at least kidnapping people. This is what they are doing. A lot of them. Police are covering some of them. When they catch some of them, their headquarters will cover it. All the kidnapping, all the criminality, robbing is police and the soldiers are doing it because the salary is little and them are not complaining. If innocent people come to the street to protest, they kill them because them are armed robbers. They are criminal and nobody is monitoring them. You know, in a civilized world, there is system that monitor these people, monitoring whatever they are doing. But Nigeria, nobody is monitoring them. Everybody is the way to survive.
Numbers, statistics.
Yes.
Hi.
Yes. Just everybody's in own way. Any position you see, just start your own criminality moving. That's how the country is going. But last, everybody go chop the breakfast. It could happen. It's going gradually because hungry not be friend of anybody now. Hungry will beat them. When the hungry reach the place, you can enter the street to go die. Everybody will turn to Calabar. Calabars will go eat each other. That's how you end. Thank you very much, my brother. Keep on.
Thank you so much.
Other thing that I want to tell you, this business, this advertise, verify well. I don't need something that will damage your image. No, it's very important. I'm into the business, so I'm into the business, but them have to be open. All for you. There is nothing there.
Bless
Thank you very much.
So I mean, there is always a way to opt out, and that's why I was like, anything anybody feels like this is not for me, right? It's not for everyone. Okay, it's not for everybody. So if you feel like no, this is not for me, opt out of it. Okay.
Yes.
And whoever is ready to actually learn from it and all of that, go ahead and do it. It's as simple as that.
Yes. You know, Nigerians like fast money. That's what I'm talking.
That's what I'm offering them. If anybody is looking for fast money or give somebody money, they will go do money. That is not so everybody know that.
Thank you very much. Yes, make it like that. It's not fast money. You are not offering them.
No.
Yes.
So you should be smart enough. And then if you feel like okay, if you want to do MMM, maybe they should check next.
Yes.
I am not offering them.
Normal.
Trust me.
Thank you very much. Right? God bless you.
Cheers. You too. So indeed, though, let's be very clear, right? I have said it to you, okay? If you are willing to learn anything about digital marketing and then online business stuffs like that, okay? Buying, selling, and getting your customers to actually know who you are and all that stuff. They will teach you, not me. I'm not the one that will teach you. I'm just introducing you to something that could actually be an extra source of income for you, or even the main income for you, right? This is not you. I say, Amayago said if I give $149, no, I'm not saying that too. Your $149 is to sign you up. And once you are signed up and you feel like after you have given all the materials you need to learn and all that, you feel like this is not for you, just cancel it. Get your money back and move on. All right? You actually have to do the work. When I check it out, I would love to be part of it, but you see this one where they do. Even though they give me the kind of money where that one will give me, right? It takes a lot of my time. So therefore, I would not. Instead, I'm going to actually end up there, and then I can kiss all of you goodbye here. I just kind of keep enjoying what I am doing, right? Anyway, our time is almost done. We might need to have just one more call, which I don't think. I'm gonna. Let me see if my time can still take. Oh no, I don't think my time should take it. So I'm just gonna call it a night. Okay, I'll take one, just one, and then I'll ask this caller to make it very quick. Right? Hello there.
Hello, Mr. Mayego.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Good. I'm fine, and you?
Well, I'm very well. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Out of time, but I have seen that you've been trying to get through, so we can just quickly squeeze it in, Baba. Please.
Yeah, I only have just one thing to say. It's only one thing. Yeah,
What I want to say is that I was listening to one guy in the internet today. I was talking about if election is going to hold 2027, all this stuff, that the youth should come together, all this stuff to match only you. So at the end of the day, I was just thinking that, okay, I can just pass this information through Mayekun's political diary today. So what I'm trying to say is that if election is going to hold in 2027, like they are saying, I will urge the whole youth of Nigeria to really go for Omoyele Sowore. You know what I'm saying? It's only Omoyele Sowore that will emerge there, that the whole politician will go on exile. It's only him.
You're right.
Because yes, that is the only person. Yes, he will chase all of them off that country. That's the only thing I'm just trying to say today. Thank you very much.
And then if they will take your advice, it could probably be the whole game changer. But time will tell. Thank you so much, Baba, for that.
Yes, sir.
We have just 2 minutes now to go, because that one is just going to be me saying to you, if you haven't really liked the broadcast, please do now. All right. And at the same time, if you are been following Mayegun's Diary Political, but you have not really subscribed, please do. We are just a few more subscribers to go. Important people that are still going to join us to make it at the 100,000 subscribers on Mayegun's Diary Political on YouTube. All right. Thank you so much. And thank you to our sponsor too, the Ya Rasulullah Digital. Thank you for this segment. And to the rest of us, please, don't leave without liking the broadcast. It's been a wonderful evening and Sunday as well. And I wish you all the best in this week ahead. You all have the greatest week. Good night from here. Also, good night from here too. Udaro.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun Diary Political. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Pírẹsidó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. gómìnà kówó jẹ àní èso àjò ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá àní èso àjò aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o àní èso àjò òkúrọ̀ olóṣèlú àní èso àjò ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.